If you're listening to this while you're folding laundry, driving to work, or sitting somewhere wondering how you ended up feeling this tired, I want you to know something. Nothing is wrong with you. A lot of women who find their way here, they've worked hard their whole entire life, right? They've done what they're supposed to do, right? Right? They've shown up for everyone else. And yet, there's this quiet feeling that keeps coming back, right? The feeling that says there has to be more than this, more than scraping by, more than living paycheck to paycheck, more than surviving and calling it a life. And if that's you, I want to talk about why that feeling exists and what it actually pointing you towards. What's up, my peeps? If you're new here, welcome. I'm DJ and Master Manifester and Identity Shift Coach, and I'm here to help you step into the identity of the person you're meant to be so you can create the life you truly deserve. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let's talk honestly, okay? You weren't born to live a watered down version of yourself, okay? Not because you need to be louder or more confident or more put together, but because something in you has always known that your life was meant to expand, not to just repeat day after day, right? Most women won't wake up one day and suddenly decide they want more, right? They remember it. They remember it when the routine starts to feel heavy. They remember it when the job no longer fits. They remember it when the old goals stop motivating them, right? That's a sign you've outgrown the old version of things. Here's what I've learned throughout the years. We don't change our lives by pushing harder. We change our lives by shifting who we believe we are allowed to be. Let me say that again, okay? Because I want you to hear me clearly. We change our lives by shifting who we believe we are allowed to be. Research on behavior change shows that identity, not willpower, is what creates lasting transformation. James Clear puts it simply when he says, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you believe yourself to be. Faith has said this for long before research ever caught up, right? In Proverbs, it says, as a person thinks in their heart, so they are. Not as they hustle, not as they hope, but as they believe. And this is where so many women get stuck, right? They try to build a new life while still holding the identity of someone who has to struggle for everything, right? I know this because I lived it, right? There was a time when I was doing everything right, working hard, showing up, being dependable. And still, money felt tight. Freedom felt far away. Deep down, I felt I was always bracing for the next thing to go wrong. You feel me? What changed my life wasn't a new strategy or a lucky break. It was the moment that I realized I was trying to create freedom while still seeing myself as someone who had to earn rest. That's a code. I finally broke the code. When your identity stays the same, your results stay the same. When your identity shifts, your nervous system shifts. And when your nervous system shifts, you start making decisions from steady instead of fear. This is why I don't teach about motivation. I teach identity. Because the woman who lives in freedom doesn't chase it. She expects it. The woman who can hold wealth doesn't get anxious when money shows up. It feels normal and safe for her to receive it, right? The woman who leads doesn't wait to feel perfectly ready. She takes the next step because she trusts herself to figure it out. And if you're thinking, but I don't feel confident yet, don't worry. That's okay. Confidence is not the starting point. Identity is. And I want you to hear that clearly, okay? You don't become confident and then act differently. You act from the new identity and then confidence follows. Let me say this clearly because I know a lot of women need to hear this, okay? You don't need fixing. You're not broken and you're not behind. You are simply outgrowing the version of life you were taught to accept, right? This season of your life isn't about doing more. It's about letting go of who you had to be to survive. And that's not easy, especially when you spent years being the strong one, right? So here's something practical I want to leave you with today, okay? Ask yourself this question. And don't rush to answer it. Take your time. If I trusted the woman I'm becoming, what would I stop explaining, excusing, or settling for? Not what you would force, not what you would push through, but what you would decide no longer fit, right? That question alone begins an identity shift. Whom do I need to become to have everything I want out of life? Now, if you're ready for support while you do this work, I created a private community, Elevate Your Path Academy, for women exactly like you. It's a grounded, supportive space where we work with and on identity, right? Nervous system safety and real life integration. So freedom and financial growth don't feel like something you're chasing, but something you're capable of having. The link is down in the description and it's free to join. If this conversation helped you today, make sure you subscribe. Also, hit that like button. This helps me know I'm giving you value, and share it with your BFF who might need this little reminder, okay? All right, that's it for today, my friends. Take what landed, leave what didn't, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you want to know a little bit more about me, check out my video right here that tells you a little bit more and breaks it down exactly who I am and why I started this community. All right, my peeps. See you in the next one. Peace and love.